My funding story has been a long and interesting journey. It started out mostly kind of organic. The first thing that I did was when we thought of seal innovation, we had a problem. We wanted to solve the problem of witness drowning of children. And the way we went about that was to leverage wearable technology and start monitoring swimmers in the water to see whether they were submerged for longer than they should be, trigger an alarm system. Seemed fairly straightforward, and was one of those things where the idea is simple, the goal is clear, and the need is clear, but then the actual execution of the process is quite complex. Always takes more time, more money, and more effort than you expect in the beginning. So the easiest way to start funding your startup is to start pulling from your own resources, but those can run out relatively quickly, especially when the machinery starts stumbling along. From there, from personal assets, the next step for me was to go to friends and family, to friends who might be interested in investing some amount of money in the company, in the vision, and frankly, in the potential reward of investing early on. That was hard for me. It's tough. It's a huge commitment to ask your friends, your families to take real risks with real money. And I was not willing to do that until I'd kind of proven the business to myself. And where that point is for you, I'm sure it's different for every individual. But for me, it was at the point where I'd proven the fundamental technology, one, knew that it would work, and two, and this will be important to almost any investor, knowing that there were people out there who were going to buy it. And so, yeah, making a technology is great. Creating something neat, a new idea is fun, but it's not a business until people are willing to pay for it. And so at the point where a technology that would work, a customer that would pay for it, and then a pipeline of customers where you could have a real business, that was what pushed me over the edge to kind of go to my friends and family, put my entire reputation on the line and say, we're going to get this done, and get that first round of funding. After that, your friends and family only have so much money, and unless you're a Gates. And so the next step was to go to groups outside that, groups like angel groups, independent super angels, people like the Launch Place, commercial investors, and they're not your friends and family. They don't know you from Adam, and they don't have that trust built up. They don't know anything about your reputation, and so pitching to them, it's a huge jump, a huge challenge, and then it all comes down to brass tacks. No one's going to believe, just because you think it's going to work. They want to see numbers. They want to see data. They want to talk with your customers. So you can't just say, "Oh yeah, talk to some people who are willing to buy it." You got to say, "And here's their number," and call them up, and they better step up for you. And frankly, that's what did it for us. The hard thing about that is it's harder to break into commercial entities. The good thing about it is once you go through the process, once you push through, pitch, negotiate, close a commercial investor, then you've done it once. And then when you're talking with other investors, leveraging that due diligence process, it means a lot, because they're going to want to call somebody that they don't care that my mom invested in my company. They want to know if somebody independent invested in the company. And so having that network established made a huge difference for us.
IdeaFest is April 1st, 2016 at the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research in Danville, Virginia. Apply to pitch or reserve your seat in the audience at ideafestdanville.com.